Well, a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Data Sim live stream today. It is the 3rd of April 2025. It's 3 minutes past 4 here in British summertime. We're back in X-Plane 12 in the excellent Rotate MD80. Now, I was looking back in my old live streams. I've not flown the Rotate MD80 in over 4 years. The last time we flew it was in X-Plane 11. They recently updated it for X-Plane 12 and they got in contact very kindly. Sent me a copy, and I've not flown this aeroplane for such a long time. I had a quick brush up on some of my old streams. I downloaded the updated X checklist, so I have all the up-to-date procedures. I think I can get you from A to B, but you're going to enjoy watching the carnage ensue as I try to fly this aeroplane as realistically as possible on this very short sector, 1 hour from the capital of Georgia to Tbilisi to the capital of Azerbaijan, Baku. We've never actually been to either of these airports. I thought it was somewhere a little different that we could go to, and there is a VATSIM event in Azerbaijan this evening in Baku, so we should get some ATC. So I'll do my best to follow their instructions as realistically as possible. We are live weather as always, but we are 12 hours behind live time because it would have been a sunset nighttime flight. I downloaded all the Ortho 4XP so we can enjoy the beautiful scenery on this sector today. Let's zoom on in towards Alpaca Airways MD80 here as well. Who we've got here in chat? We've got SB2008. Haven't flown the Airbus for a while either. Brilliant. We're not one of those today. V-Sky Check said this will be interesting. The new MD80, yes, the brand new one, X-Plane 12. The cockpit textures looks amazing. I completely forgot to mention as well, Mango Sound Studios have sent me their sound pack for this aircraft as well, which is exceptional. The default sounds of the Rotate MD80 are alright, but you definitely need to utilise the sound pack, and I've always used Mango Studios ones in the past, so go check them out as well. But here we are. Here's the beautiful. Oh, that's my funky music there. Here is the beautiful Rotate MD80. Look, it's looking very Asian haggard. You can see all the paint flicking off the fuselage there as well. This aircraft is very. I don't think there's any commercial flights of this aircraft. I think the last one was American Airlines the last few years ago, and we actually flew that in the Leonardo MD80, the last flight when that aircraft stopped flying. Captain Watson, I hope you're doing well. 12 months as a member. Can I pet that dog? Love a bit of bad dog action. Good luck. Thank you very much. Yes, this dog does need some patting. It's an old boy. Thank you very much for continued support there, buddy. SB2008 also says, does the Rotate MD8 rotate nicely? Brilliant. Yeah, it actually handles really nicely. I'm not such a fan of the MD11 handling-wise, the Rotate one, but this one does fly very nicely indeed. 0321 Short here. Tom Rissiker is well. Simbear, good to see you all on board here as well. Alex Smith, you just joined or renewed as a member right at the start of the stream, so I hope you're doing well. Hergy132, why not in flights of 2024? Because X-Plane and Rotate MD80 is not available in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and X-Plane is a flying simulator, and I hope you'll enjoy using or seeing this simulator today. Corner says, take extra fuel for a power bag. Oh yeah, we could do a power bag today. Well, I might just be boring and go better pushback, we'll see. Craig says, hello all, watching from a very hot central Mexico, hope you're doing well. Josh Reader says, very good payware, probably one of the top 5, absolutely, and super FPS friendly indeed, really nice to fly as well. It's an archaic aeroplane, as you'll see during the setup here, but let me just show you a little bit closer the external model. So I'll put a little bit of nice background music in here, but yeah, it's very, very nice. It looks very much something. When did this aircraft start flying? I don't know, but it's, you know, there's bits from the Apollo space program in this thing, I swear. But no, the default paintwork is very weathered, which is really nice. I can't remember who made the Alpaca Airways livery for this one, but you know, very, very good indeed. So you can see all of the paint flecking here. Or paint flecks on here too. We've got the rear stairs as well, but yeah, we'll start the APU. The APU is so loud on this add-on, it's brilliant, but yeah, very nice external model. But have a look at this cockpit. It is, well, it looks Russian almost with all of this dark green colours. I think it's more the lighting and X-Plane, but yeah, it's a very busy overhead panel. Everything is where it shouldn't be. So for example, the anti-collision light and switches for this are here. The hydraulic controls are by the first officer's left knee. You've got things like the stall test next to the logo lights. I mean, let's put the logo light right here. It's very interesting how they coordinate this flight. But again, do bear with me. I've not flown this aeroplane for a very long time with regards to the setup. I've got this excellent X checklist, which is a fantastic utility in X-Plane 12. You can download several add-ons on aircraft where it'll go through the procedure for you. So if you actually move the switch, it'll tick it, so you know you've done it. And I use this to during my test sector today. But yeah, guys who fly the MD80 frequently, feel free to chime in at any point during chat to help me get you safely from A to B today. I forgot to mention, I've just uploaded my first tutorial in months as well. I did a dual engine failure tutorial. It's something we've covered recently at training at my recent operation. I thought that would be quite a good video to make, so I did in the PMDG 737. I tried in the Zebo mod, but there were some control issues, aka I lost all control of the aeroplane when I simulated it, so I jumped into the PMDG, which has better better modelling of failures, and it actually worked out really nicely. So go check that out if you are interested. Corner Page, you've already seen it. He said the dual engine failure video was great. Thank you very much. Tom Rissinger, thank you very much for the 100 Danish kroner. Very generously, sir. Thank you very much indeed.
Installing XP12 as we speak. Whether I get the Rotate MD80 or not will depend on your performance the next hour.
I better do a good job, Tom. Well, this is a fantastic add-on. Don't let my lack of ability of flying this aeroplane put you off. It's a fantastic aircraft to learn. And X-Plane has a great community, some great utilities like this X checklist, for example, and features like that. So enjoy and getting X-Plane 12 and trying out some of the great add-ons. The Zebra mod is going to be your first one. Thank you very much, Domino Mocina, for sharing the tutorial. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Yes, just do a dual engine failure before this. Yeah, hopefully not this one, but I actually filmed that tutorial from this very airport because I was used to the scenery and getting ready for this sector. Right, anyway, let's get the aircraft powered up. So battery, you need to turn it on and lock it. For that, there's a little switch here. You move it down and it rotates and locks automatically, and you can hear the aircraft coming to life. Now you have a little clipboard here with utility and a plug-in for you to pre-fuel the aircraft. So here's the operational flight plan. You can see I've preloaded the fuel. Actually, I've taken a bit extra because there's CBs around. This aircraft burns around 3.5 tons an hour. It's not fuel efficient at all compared to the modern turbofan engine. So I've taken an extra 15 minutes of fuel, which is 7/8. Full load of passengers, which is 85 in the front and back. They're checked in bags. That's the total payload. And what I'm going to do is just connect the GPU. We don't need any ground air. We'll open the doors. It will clunking away, and what you can do is live fuel, live cargo and live passenger loading. So we can start that now because it's really cool. You can see the fuel being uplifted in real time, and I think we can now get some external power connected. Here it is, and you can hear the aircraft come to life. There you are, and you can see, look, the fuel being uplifted as we speak. Whoever flew it last, though, landed with much fuel. Look, only 800 kilos. Now, the FPS and the gauge responsiveness on this aircraft is fantastic. There's absolutely no lag. You know how some add-ons, you sort of see the needles move slowly? On this, it's so silky and smooth. It looks really good on our flight. Simba, thank you very much for your £10 donation, sir. Very, very kind indeed.
I'm expecting a stellar performance, El Capitan.
Oh dear, Simba. Oh, no pressure. You guys put too much pressure on me. I'll do my absolute best to do my stellar performance today. Thank you very much for your continued support and your £10 donation, sir. Courtney, love the weather texture of the interior. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Look at all the weathering here on the control column, the tiller. I mean, all of this here is straight off the Apollo space program, I swear. Anyway, look, we've got some electrical power connected to the aircraft. Let's keep setting it up. So we've got the battery on, position and strobe lights to both. That's here for some unknown reason. Hydraulic pumps and the landing gear lever, and all these switches are in the usual position. We won't request the ground pneumatic source. Pneumatic crossfeed valves are these huge mechanical levers here. We'll put them in the up position. Left and right air supply switches, we'll put those in the high pressure bleed off position. You've already got conditioned air coming in, I think, or was that, did I select the ground service? I'm not sure, maybe it's just how it works. Anyway, it's done. Fueling and loading is ongoing, so we'll tick that box. Right, cockpit preparation, page 1 of 4. So first, we're going to test the cockpit voice recorder, which is right up here. Test, the needle moved up. All these switches are in the correct position. Galley power can come on. That switch is here. Emergency exit lights we can arm. Usually you'd wait until fueling is complete, but we'll put the seatbelt no smoking sign on now. The meter selector and heat, we select a captain. Anti-fog on, and engine anti-ice switches are in the off position. GPWS test perform. That is all the way up here, I think. It's in a weird position. There we are.
Glide slow.
There we are. We'll just move it briefly to test. Oh my god. Hopefully none of that today. Windshield test. Perform. It doesn't seem to satisfy that switch. There we are. There's Betty making lots of noises. Both IRSs to align. Aligned. Panel lights is required. I'm happy with the lighting at the moment. It's going to get bright as we continue the setup here as well. Gigi said something even more stick and rudder than the 737. Yeah, this is incredibly mechanical. Jeff said would be okay with the Apollo bacon cubes though. Not sure what that is. Toga, hey dude, how are you? I heard you successfully landed your plane after a severe engine failure. Congratulations. Not in real life, I must stress. Hopefully you're referring to that video uploaded an hour ago. Excellent. Hergy says all the land features so good, need to test in the ground for it to work in landing. I won't do an auto land today. I'm going to try a manual landing, but we'll see how we get on. Lighting's good. Anti-skid. Now that's again in a really peculiar position, isn't it? By the switch here. Oh no, it's not. It's up here, isn't it? Anti-skid. This is the thing. You don't fly. There it is. Look. It's already armed. What a weird position to put it there. Stall test 1 perform. Doll. Doll. Let's do number 2. Doll. Doll. Brilliant. Back airspeed warning test.
Overfeed. Overfeed.
Excellent.
Overfeed.
Yes, I heard Edo's had tried an auto land and it didn't work. Right, those tests are done. Your damper switch is in the on position. Logo light. Just turn it on as per the checklist. Radio rack, switch that to fan. There we are. Landing altitude set, so it's sea level, pretty much at our destination Baku. So we'll set that to 0. And next one is landing barrow. What's the altimeter at our destination? Let's just have a look here at the weather. Azerbaijan, I think that's what you set here. It's 1008, which is 2977. Let's just set that. That can't be far off. 2977. It's going to be closer to that. There we are. Annunciator digital light test perform. There we are. So you can see all the lights being tested. Perfect. Look at the master caution system here. It's so archaic. Oh my god, and why is the aircraft tilting down? I think the ortho tile has got an interesting load here. Anyway, fuel still being uplifted. Passengers are boarding here as well. Sounds like death. Brilliant. That sounds like infinite flight alarms, really. Jamlin, Captain, did you see the Vilnius crash report turning off hydraulic system B? Do you test this in the sim? Yeah, so this crew, they turned off the hydraulics instead of the engine anti-ice or something along those lines. I've actually done that in real life. It's easy to do. Position the switches. I don't know how they managed to crash after that. When there was other complications, because I've done it accidentally once in my career. You just wait for the hydraulics to depressurize, put them back on again, and carry on with your day. It's just the position of the switches are not the best design, but you just got to be very vigilant. And I did that when I was an FO. So yeah, I haven't looked into the full detail. I'll read into it. Wind isn't is crazy. Oh, it's 40 knots. Oh, that's why we're moving around. What is the weather here? Oh yeah, it is windy here. 310 at 26 knots. So that would cause the aircraft to move around. Very good. Right. So now we'll turn on our displays and screens. I'll just hide the control column. So we'll turn up the PFD. There we are. Turn up the ND. Turn up the FMC CDU. Should have the latest AirAct now all installed. And looks like the FOs is already turned up to. Yeah, look, you can see some Mac registering in the wind. It is windy. There's no ATC here at all, so I'll just grab the latest weather conditions from Navigraph. So you can see 310 at 26 knots, so it is windy. Winds down the runway, expecting 31 left for departure, 10k. There's a few CBs around, which is why we're taking an extra 15 minutes of fuel, 14 degrees, QNH is 1011. So let's now set the QNH of 1011. That syncs the standby and the first officer's airspeed indicator, which is a great feature in desktop simulators. Fuel use calculator reset. Fuel quantity test perform, which is over here. There we are, performed. Brake temperature test perform. That's down here by Jim's knee. Perfect. Cockpit preparation, page 404. AJ Fenari, thank you. 4 months, buddy. I decided to buy my own membership instead of Simbear constantly gifting me just information. There are still currently 9 mag dogs in the air right now. Amazing, AJ Fenari. Thank you very much for your 4 months. Now, who's operating those? Are they cargo? I'm sure. I thought all the passenger operations of this aircraft had finished. That's hardly any though, isn't it? Luke says, can motion of the aircraft due wind affect IRS alignment? Yes, I've had it in real life. I've had IRS motion in the FMC and had to wait for the wind to calm down for us to complete alignment. It can happen. Right, centre pedestal. Weather radar will test. Weather range set to 10 for some reason. Test complete, we'll imagine. There's the screen. On, tilt to 4 up. Spoilers retracted. Thrust levers advanced for takeoff warning.
Brake. Flat.
There we are, so it's just like in the 7.3. Lots of problems still, because obviously it's not configured in setup. Transponder, we'll just set that to 2000 standby, and we'll set it to above, and do the test for the transponder as well. There we are, and now it's time to load up the FMC. So, latest AirX installed. TCAS test complete. Position, we are in Tbilisi, Uniform Golf Tango Bravo. But if I did this correctly, I've downloaded a company route. So if I go here and type in Uniform Golf Tango Bravo, and then our destination, which is Uniform Bravo Bravo Bravo, company route, there we are, it's in, and our call sign, which is Alpaca 8 Mike Delta. Departures 3-1 left, it's going to be the Disca 1 Delta. Arrivals, we've got 3-4 I think in the flight plan, so we'll just go for ILS 3-4 for now, and an Inson 2 Foxtrot. Route, activate, execute, check for any discontinuities. The good news is it's very similar to the FMC and the 737, so... Oh, what we got there, was that? Runway 34, oh yeah, then missed approach and hold, perfect. Yeah, on VATSIM today, always on VATSIM. Taban Airlines is doing passengers. Oh, there are still operators of this aircraft then. DAT was operating an MD80, remember. Is that still about? No idea, Rose, but good to hear that it's still around. Dennis Jackson says we have a handful in Miami, I believe World Atlantic Airways. Very interesting. Perfect. There we are. So FMC lateral routing's loaded. And I've activated the route. Have we finished loading the passengers and cargo? The reason is... Yeah, I'm just going to expedite that. The reason is I can now line select key this, the actual zero fuel weight. So 53.5, this should match now 53.6, that's fine. Our alternate is a place called Gabala. 3.5 tons needed, so let's put in 3.5. Cost index, what did I base this off? I can't remember. Oh, I'll just put 30 in, can't be far off. Cruising at 33,000 feet. Top of climb wind and average, it's about the same. We'll call it 236 at 56. Top of climb ISA is 0. Execute. The transition altitude is 11,000, I think. Yeah, 11,000. Execute. Right, and now the fuel. What have we got on board? 7.8, I think. Yeah, 7.8. So, my line select key this. There we are. Execute. Takeoff page. Right. We can now use, I hope, the SimBrief performance calculator. I think checking it yesterday, it did have the performance tool. Have you mounted a baby seat next to row 1 yet? No, not yet. Due date is imminent, ladies and gentlemen. It is imminent. Please, no more information apart from that. I'm very aware of the date, as my fiancée is, and no signs yet. Right, all the information's in 3-1 left, 3,000 metres, full rated thrust with the assumed temperature? Yeah, full flex, that's fine. Calculate, let's see what this says. This says flaps 11, flex 50 degrees, 46, 49, 53. So to do this, we need to put in the outside air temperature, which was 14 degrees. Yeah, 14. Flex temperature, I think you put in over here. Is that the same as assumed temperature? 50 degrees. So where's... I need to take off flex. And you see there's the temperature there, so watch me dial this. 50. And you can see, look at the EPR gauges. Oh, I need to get rid of Chrome. So I'll set 50. Watch the EPR gauges change when I set this to 50. There you go. See how it's reducing? There we are. So EPR limit's now 1.86. You can see that's changed in the FMC. And the V speeds are 46, 49, 53. So a little bit different. 46, 59, 62. A little bit higher in the actual ones. But oh no, I should I'm going to go off rotates ones. They're only a bit faster. But I know the speed, it could be improved climb, so that's fine. Anyway, we've got the speed set, and I think execute 162 for the rotate. You set V2 plus 10, so 172 knots gets bugged here. Right, I've done that. So I've done that. IRS can go to nav now, which was up here. Nav. We've done departure rolls, route, perf, takeoff performance, EPR, assumed temperature, bugs, and it updates all your bugs on your airspeed indicator for you as well, which is pretty cool. Sim brief 1 is for an MD88 and notice rather than MD80. That might account for a slight V-speed discrepancy. Well spotted, Rosie. Could well be. I'll go off that. I think I'll be okay, but in real life that could be a problem. Right, autopilot, auto throttle off, flight directors on. Toga button you now push, which is here. There we are. FMA takeoff displayed, yes. Speed selector V2 plus 10. Bank angle to 15 degrees apparently. I'll leave it to 25. Runway heading 310. There we are. It is a really, really unique autopilot auto throttle system, which takes, I'll screw it up multiple times today, but essentially you've got auto throttle controls here and airspeed, and then you can use this to control speed. It's very confusing. There's no clear to SID stop altitude, so I'll just set our cruise level of 330 for now, and then pull it apparently. No, it's a push. I've pulled it, I think, which arms it there. Zero fuel weight set automatically. 59 point. What did we say it was? Perf 53.5. Am I no, that's zero fuel weight. I'm changing 53.5. Perfect. And then do I push that? Yeah, the actual gross weight is 61.3. Yeah, that's fine with the extra fuel I took. That makes sense. Perfect. So that's the correct one. What have we got here? Neo Records says ART switch needs to be turned off for takeoff. ART switch needs to be turned off. Which, what? So this one, ART switch needs to be turned off for TO flex. So that's not correct. What do I need to turn off, sir? This? Confused me now. I wish I never saw that comment. But it's got the EPR, matches the FMC. I believe you though. Right, take off. Oh yeah. Oh no, the CG system. Oh dear. Right. I hate this thing. Let's see if I get this right. So perf. So my CG is 11%. So what I need to do is dial in my CG 11%. My flaps for takeoff are going to be flap 11. So dial in flap 11. Correct me if I'm wrong. I now set my trim so it's next to that green thing, which I'm doing now. Stabilizer motion. Here it comes.
Stabilizer motion.
There we are. The white with the black guard. ART switch needs to be turned off. The white with the black guard. Is that on here? Ah! Thank you. Do I put my guard back up now? Oops. So that's correct now. So that needs to be off. Thank you. I'm going to go off the end of the runway, aren't I? EPR panel, takeoff, or takeoff flex. Ah, yes. I was going to get to it. So EPR takeoff, leave ATR on auto. If EPR takeoff flex, switch ATR off. Now I've done that, yes. I forgot to do that yesterday, I think. Right, start pump on. And we're now going to start the APU, which is here. There we are, APU starting. And you can see it booting up. This is the loudest APU we'll ever hear on any add-on. And then it's pushback. But I'll ask the question in chat, are we pushing back or are we powering back our stand? This is the loudest APU of any add-on, I swear. Ah! Oh my days! It's ridiculous. Yeah, I can hear that, guys. Power back. To be fair to Mango Sound Studios, that is how loud an APU is. I've done a walk around with the APU running in a 737. You've got to cover your ears for that. No doubt this old tank would be as loud as that in real life as well. Amazing. Casey, your cat's going berserk, dog's going crying. Oh dear, brilliant. Right, so we have done the check. Let's push back next. And I love this. You now just, it's got your briefing, so threats out of here. Well, the high terrain is to the north, so we'll do a 180 if we have to get out of here. There's CBs in the area, so aware of the weather. We'll monitor the weather radar on departure. We've checked the routing, ground distance and landing fuel on arrival. That'll be under the progress page. So we're arriving with 4.9 tons, reserves of 3.5. Take-up performance we've checked. We'll brief the taxi, SID, clock and fly directors. It's really nice they've added that feature. James French, thank you very much for the $5, buddy. Very kind of you indeed.
Nice to see the planner stairs out.
Planner stairs? Are those the rear stairs here? Yes. Imagine boarding though with that racket going on. They're out. Thank you very much, James. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Thank you very much for your donation. Howdy, 2 tons. Meetings. Interrupting my stream time. Howdy, I hope you're doing well, buddy. Thanks for popping in. Right, so let's just brief the taxi and SID. Let me just bring up Navigraph one more time. Why has that not come up for you guys? My shortcut for Navigraph. There we are. So yeah, look, there we are geographically. Different part of the world. So in Asia, there's the Black Sea. We're leaving Georgia, the capital. Tbilisi, southeast. SID will look at in a second. Heading in the direction to Azerbaijan and Baku. There we are. And now... Oh, is it a joke, James? Nice to see the planister... It's gone over me, James. When I'm streaming, I don't get jokes. Thank you. Taxi, we're on stand 113. As requested, we shall power back. And taxi on Charlie. Echo. 3-1 left. Departure then. It's an RNAV SID. It's the Dixa 1 Delta. Climb on 310 when passing 6,500 feet. Right turn to Tango Bravo 200, then Dixa. So it's a conditional clearance. There's 6,500. And then Tango Bravo 200. Then Dixa at or above 9,000. There's no SID stop level, so we'll carry on all the way to our cruise level 310. The only thing is I'll probably maintain 220 knots until we're actually heading southeast. There we are. All briefings complete. We're now ready to start the engines and remove. Oh, unbelievable! Yes, nice to see the. Yes, unbelievable. Yeah, Dennis, it went over my head. Right, thanks, James. Right, APU power available. So we'll put the APU on the bus. We can now turn off the external power. Get my handy checklist out. Close and retract the planar stairs and doors. Fuel we've already got online. GPU's disconnected. There we are. Looks like everything has been removed. Oh, an alpaca's spawned. Brilliant. And they're all clear otherwise around here. What a tank. APU air we can now turn on, which is up here. I should have had these fuel pumps on already as well. Where's this APU air? There it is. So conditioned air is now coming into the cabin. Anti-collision lights coming on because I'm going to start engines on stand. Aft pump switch is already turned on. Start pump off. Transponder in EU. XPDR. Alright, well, let's just do that. Hydraulic pumps both high. Hydraulic transfer pump on. And aux pump on. Seatbelts on. And we are now ready to start the engine. So parking brake we'd obviously release, push back start, galley power switch before we start the engines comes off, fuel pumps on, air supply to supply off. It's like turning the bleeds off, I think. Pneumatic pressures increase to at least 40 psi. Ignition system A and system B, or which one you want. Let's just go for system B. Start left engine first, move the guard, and turning on. There we are, hopefully. Yes! It's working. So we have N2, oil pressure, N1, waiting for 20%, and we'll chuck in the fuel on. Let's go outside. Great sounds. Hello Jonathan Irons, morning from Hamburg, on time for the first time in a while. Welcome aboard, buddy. These are JT8Ds, correct? Anyone that could hear me? Sounds like the engine's already stabilised and started. Yeah, EGT's looking good. Everything's stabilised, excellent. So, left starter off. Oh, where's the guard? Oh, I can't remove the guard. There we are. Left air supply switch to auto. Left pneumatic crossfeed valve close. Right engine starter to on. Starting engine number 2. N2. MD90 had IA engines at the back. Roger. Oil pressure M1, 20%. Fuel on. Got to do that one for this. Before anyone says why they're not spinning, that's because they're inlet guide vanes. You can see the engine's fan spinning behind. Awesome. Remember, it's much quieter up front because the engines are miles away. Right, that looks like a good start on engine number 2. Obviously it'll take a while for the oil temperature to increase, but pressure's all good within limits. So, right starter off, and then we can put the right air supply to auto. Right pneumatic crossfeed close. How good is this checklist? Right, ignition system can come off. APU air off. APU power can come off. We can turn off the APU. Galley power on. Fuel heaters needed, not required. Rudder trim is in the neutral position. Flaps set for takeoff, which will be flaps to 11. Which is in that position here. These do have leading edge devices, but they're tiny. You sort of hear them extending. And you've got this tiny little indication of them here. There we are, now set. Right, after start checklist, let's check the flight controls. I'm wearing a blue checkered shirt today. Full forward, full back, and full left, full right. We've got full left and full right. There we are, that's the flight controls checked. Spoilers we can arm. Auto brake to take off, just down here. And then arm it. And you can only arm it for landing after the gears drops, brilliant. Nose light dim, which we'll do when we start taxiing. Brakes we'll check, taxi out. And then we'll do what we need to do, but we're going to power back as requested from this stand. So, just make sure everyone's clear behind. Oh. The other alpaca's disappeared. Oh, he's already lined up. Amazing. Right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to probably spool up the reversers first. Oh no, I knew this would happen. I've only got one model, haven't I? Damn it. Yeah, I forgot to configure that. Right, not to worry. I'm going to have to use the shift// command. I'll just remember to do that after landing. Otherwise, I'm going to have asymmetric reverse thrust. Right, here we go. Buckets are out. Release the brakes. Beautiful. Mushu shift slash. Love the buckets. The details are super. Bit more thrust needed now. Do not brake. There we go. I'll just cancel reverse and let the thrust stop me. There we go. And now we'll just taxi forward. Beautiful. Right, nose lights to dim. Let's now taxi to 3-1 left, and it was just a simple routing via Charlie Echo and then hold short 3-1 left. God, it's so old school. Right, I should probably have this set to map. Sensible range. Off we go. Skittish, thank you. 18 months. These the same engines on the 737 Classics. That is correct. Except they've bolted them to the fuselage now. But you're quite right. Thank you very much, buddy, for your continued support as a member. Chaplin said, unlimited power. Yes. Yeah, I had an MD80 profile set up, but on my test sector I didn't use my control column, so I need to remap the reversers on this. Simon says, good morning from Sydney, or jet lagged, and I've woken up 2 AM to a nice live stream. Oh, get some rest, buddy, but good morning to you, sir. Budlight says, oh, Baku, welcome to Seoul. Yes, that's where we're going, sir. First ever time in Azerbaijan. And first ever time in Georgia. Can anyone find a random fact about Tbilisi for me? I only know Baku because of Azerbaijan Grand Prix, to be fair. This is a stock scenery, but I did notice on my test sector. Oh, I need to be unicoming. There's a flag there. Oh, it says X-Plane. I thought it might have been the Georgian flag. Oh, Stalin was from Georgia. Well, there you go. Fact of the day. Yeah, I better do some unicoming, guys. Actually, so I'm online. Oops. Looking where I'm going. There we are. Oh, just check my volumes for that sim as well. So quiet up here. Tbilisi traffic, Outback 8 by Deltas, taxi to runway 31 left. Fun fact, Coca-Cola was created in Atlanta. That's not relevant. Explain stock scenery some proper quality, it seems. Yeah, a lot of work goes into it to make them look as realistic as possible. From all the people that edit the default airports. Tbilisi's name means warm place in Georgia. Well, there you go. Every day's a learning day. Where's ground speed in the MD80? Nav 8 I've just got set to the VOR on the airfield. God, look at that windsock. It is windy here, isn't it? Yeah, we'll just get an update on that wind actually. Let's have a look. Now it's Azerbaijan weather. Look at that! 310, 28, gusting 39 knots. Light showers of rain. Lovely. That is very windy. That's sort of wind shear territory approaching now. Right, well, we probably wouldn't be doing an assumed temperature reduction, but let's do it. Right, coming up to the whole point, we'll just hold there for a second and configure the aircraft for takeoff. Wow, it's super windy here. A few CBs around as well, so we'll keep our eyes peeled on the takeoff. And there we are, the whole point 31 left. Perfect. Alright, let's hold it there. Parking brakes here. Clunk. There we go. Okie dokie, let's now have a look at the before takeoff checklist, which is here. So weather radar, weather TCAS and TA cell. So weather TCAS, oh yeah, look, there is some weather in that direction. We'll keep an eye on that. Just going to increase the range Keep it at 10 miles, but obviously that's more for when we do our 180-degree turn. So we'll monitor that. Transponder TARA, tilt above. So TARA, tilt above. When cleared onto runway, ignition to both. Position strobe switches to both. Nose lights to bright. And let's extend the wing landing lights as well. Timer start, thrust levers advance, and then we turn the auto throttle on. And I'll follow the guidance there. I've got some notes I wrote down about the takeoff, so hopefully I'll follow those. Have I forgotten anything significant, guys, or am I all good to go? Approach looks clear. Excellent. Tbilisi traffic out back 8 by Deltas. Taking off runway 31 left for the departure southeast. Excuses it early, yes. I have to say the textures are super, but I love the animation of the gauges. They're super smooth, and yeah, it's a great add-on. Sasha, thank you very much for your donation, madam. Again, most generous, never required. All very generous, thank you. Here we go, random fact.
Random fact. That Tbilisi funicular is one of the finest examples of cable railways in the world.
Well, there you go. Did you know that, Sasha? Was that wiki? Well, now I know that it has a fine cable railway there. Tbilisi funicular. Brilliant. Thank you so much. Facts. Right. That's very generous, Sasha. Thank you. So we'll select nav as soon as we take off. But remember, nothing's going to happen until we climb to 6,500 feet on this SID. Come on, a bit more thrust. There's a little bit of a hill here. Alright, I think I'm almost lined up. A little bit of right of centre line, but we'll fix that on the takeoff roll. Okie dokie, so I've pushed my toga button. I'll turn on yoke cam. I'll start my timer, which is down here. Run. And it says set 1.4% EPR. It's a lot. Crikey. Looks stabilised. EGT's peaked and reducing, and then turn on auto throttle. Set takeoff thrust. There we are. Remember, those engines are at the back, so it will be quiet up here. That's what it sounds like back there. Speed to live. Oh crikey, I've had a massive... I've gone to clamp, that's why. Come on, just try and set the thrust. There we go. There was 80 knots ages ago. Release forward pressure. Come on, V speeds. There's V1. Oh, it's rotating on its head. I think my trim might not have been set quite right. Oh, we're airborne. Possibly to climb. Gears up. We are off. 20 degrees. Oh, my speed. Crikey. I have no idea what it was pitching for, but there we are. We're beautifully in trim. Okay, I can now select nav track. That's good. ART is already off. I can now bug up, which is not modelled. So for that, this is where I need to select. I think I can select VNav. No, I can't. I set IAS back. There we are. And now I can command, using this as a speed bug, 220 knots. There we are. Do a little flyby for you. Oh my days. That's the worst flyby I've ever done. I'm trying to hand fly this thing is very hard. Okay, yeah, follow the flight directives. So it's holding IAS 220 knots with, I want climb thrust, don't I? So you press climb, EPR climb, good. So flaps to 1. And flaps up. And that's quieted it all down. It's now going to pitch for 220 knots when I get there. There we are, there's 220 knots. Pitch up, pitch up, pitch up. EPR climb, 220 knots. Look at the performance of this aircraft, it's great. Right, we're in trim at 220 knots. No CBs on the departure, so let's get the autopilot in. Clunk. Where's the command? Or the FMA for command? I don't like that. Right. Now you kick the ART to auto. Thank you. So EPR climb, holding 220 knots, which is fine. I'll go to VNAV once the turn's complete. We're waiting for 6,500 feet before that turn, and then I'll do the after takeoff checklist now. I think that takeoff was okay. Right, I've done that. Flaps are fully retracted, and slats are up. VNAV will select later, and then it's the pre-cruise check. So I'll just check the pressurization system. Ignition can come to off, and the diff pressure, we are pressurizing, yeah, 2.0 psi, and the cabin is stable, so we're definitely pressurizing. There we are, 6,500 feet now, commanding a right turn to fly inbound to Tango Bravo 200. It's not going to exactly match this track because it is a conditional altitude. MD80 experts, how do I... Oh, there we are, that's Avi tab. Great, you've got an Avi tab there to use. There we go. Oh, that wind's really pushing us along as well. Look at that. Ortho looks great. So once 220 knots is... once the turn's complete, we'll accelerate from 220 to 250, or maybe even to the Econ climb speed. Brian says, can't get the autopilot to turn on. It flicks up and down rapidly like keybind interference, but there is none using the CLS60, so I wonder if that's a problem even with the software off. Oh, Brian, I'm sorry to hear that. I've personally not had that issue, but I hope you can get round to fixing it, buddy. So now this is the auto throttle system commanding speed, and this doesn't do anything. Oh god, it is so different. But I think we're alright, guys. I think we're alright. But we'll just maintain 220 knots. Passing the transition altitude now, so we'll set standard. And we'll now do the pre-cruise checks as well. So nose lights come off, floodlight switches can all be retracted and off, spoilers disarm, auto brake off and disarmed, hydraulic pumps both to low, auxiliary and transfer off, ART's in the auto position, engine sync to M1, which is up here, and altimeter standard set, seatbelts can come off. There we are, checklist complete. So I've just noticed doing a very gentle bank turn. I guess in nav it sort of just commands that. Needs to be overshooting it slightly. I might just route direct to TB200 to tighten it up. Oh, why is it not letting me do that? Oh, can I not route direct to the existing waypoint to update it again? Just doing a very shallow turn, that's all. Well, I might just give myself a directed Dixer. That's better. Execute. Interesting that it's commanding such a shallow turn. Never mind. Click direct intercept. Oh, I've done it the 737 way now, and it seems to have worked. We'll take it. All I've done is give myself a little shortcut look direct to Disca 9000 or above, which are well above already. Do you load the auto tiles when you do your test sector? I feel like I get small stutters, which is from auto loading new tiles, but not sure. I don't use auto. Oh my god, I'm flying into the nuclear apocalypse. That would happen if you're staring right at the sun, to be fair. That is all you would see. Alright, now let's select VNAV. There we are, commanding 300 knots, so now lower the nose to accelerate to 300 knots, leaving the thrust. Well, the FMS is now controlling the thrust setting. Some dense forest down there. There's some fantastic scenery on this sector. It's now tightened the turn up, it's great. Maybe it was my speed, I don't know. Cool. Can I hear rain? Is that X-Plane doing its rain thing? Look at the pollution coming out. It's lovely. James, yeah, it could be some protection thing I'm unaware of. God, that looks great. Superb. It's great to jump back into this add-on. It's the smoothest gauges I've ever seen on any add-on. I love how smooth everything is. Everything just runs and moves beautifully. See the fuel being burnt. Super. We are reaching 300 knots, our recon climb speed. Up we go. That lovely pollution, yes. Cool. Let's have a look where top climb is. So it's there, very short sector, so there's top of descent already generated. Does have VNAV in descent. Oh, hello, Phyllis, just missed you there. This is when I see the thumbnail for this stream, I thought it's a TU154. Not often you can see the green cockpit. Yes, it's a little bit green. Are there actually any MD80s that have this green cockpit? Looks like there's some weather just off to our right hand side. And yeah, you can see that on the weather radar. The depiction's a bit interesting, but you can see off there to the right there's some weather, and looking outside there's the CB. So it's really cool to see it all working, except I'm not too sure about the display on this picture here. It's a bit of an interesting blob, but that's definitely weather on the weather radar and weather we can see on the right hand side. Hope you're doing well as well, Felix. Welcome on board. Yeah, there's definitely some X-Plane rain sounds going on, isn't there? But there's clearly no precipitation, nor should there be. Can you hear that? It's like rain. Very strange. Back here, though, it's just jet engine sound. Fantastic scenery. Don't do many external views, but there we are. Awesome. 12 hours behind lifetime. It would be a night flight otherwise. Oh, that sound is awesome. Weather's definitely clearer to the southeast. There's that CB off to the right. Bit of a crab. Beautiful. Atlanta Moore Hill, we're flying from Heathrow to Munich, safe flight. Aaron says the alpaca livery really suits the MD80. No, it does look very, very, very nice on this aircraft. I can't remember who painted this. Was it Jamlin? Someone else, can't remember. But it is, it works. This was the X-Plane 11 version. Works fine with the 12 version. Textures are very detailed. Yeah, they look really good. For X-Plane 12 especially. Yeah, the quality's great. It's slightly better with Microsoft Flight Sim add-ons, but for yeah, they're very nice. I love that weathered look. Two Tons Edo must be chuffed to bits that you actually fly the Mad Dog. I know it's been ages, Edo, and here he is. Edo's one of the mods here. He's only ever flies. Well, he flies some other aircraft, but he always does our group flights in the MD80 in this very airplane. How am I doing, Edo? How am I doing? Be honest. Alessandro Highcap, do you think we'll ever have a good DC-8 for any flight sim? Who knows? Is anyone making one? Or has anyone sort of spoke about making one? I mean, the DC-8 was sort of the the framework for this aircraft, wasn't it? Now there should be ATC in Azerbaijan. Let's have a look here as we conclude this standard instrument departure. Have a look at the world map. Then ATC. Well, having said that, this was broken, wasn't it? This ATC system. No, there's no ATC. Yeah, I thought it started at. Oh, it started a couple of minutes, doesn't it? Yeah. Ah, it's all good. It's all good. It's on there already. We'll keep a close eye on it. Great climb performance, passing flight level 250, just under 2,000 feet per minute. No, great. Oh, you're too kind. DC8 was more like the 7.0, not the DC9. Okay. Oops, epigraph. Cool. Now, the landing technique of this aircraft, I do not know. So I'll have to see how we get on. Does the 737 landing technique work? Sort of reduce thrust just before the flare, or just after the flare, and hold the attitude. See what happens. Hamish says, just do an auto land. We've had amazing luck with those recently, Alpaca Airways. Yes, I've heard the auto land system in the MD80 is a little fruity. So not today. Definitely going to be landing it manually. So we've got the VOR active. That's over the airfield of departure at Tbilisi. 37. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, I can't get my keeping you awake. 37 miles away. I forgot the habitat map sort of has all the place names and sort of written in the language of where you've just departed. Having said that, what is this? I'm not sure. Baki must be Baku in Azerbaijan. But yeah, we're already in Azerbaijan airspace. Oh, look at the scenery out there, guys. Absolutely beautiful. Crisp. So I said, just the moment when you don't want to open mic. Not sure how to land this aircraft. We'll just have to see. Yep, we'll just have to see. We'll just wing it. Lucas pencil looking plane. Yeah, and if you look in the cabin, the seat layout, look, it's 2 middle aisle 3. So unusual seating configuration. So slightly more, less wide than the 7.3, so they can only put 5 seats abreast. It can hold 160 people. This variant, 160. Oh my god, I'm outside the aeroplane. Look at that ortho. It looks so crisp. I mean, it looks like we're flying over a different planet. That's Ortho Scenery Papa, so Ortho 4XP. Al Mason, that is zoom level en route 15. 1-5. I use 17 around the airport, 15 en route. So if I do the flyby view and let the aircraft fly past, this is obviously passing around 30,000 feet. You can obviously see if you zoom in clearly. Textures aren't great, but for en route, zoom level 15 is absolutely fine. Oh, the 8020 is 5 abreast. Very interesting. That's another aircraft we're yet to fly. Passing 30,000 feet. Still great climb performance, airborne for 17 minutes. Just down below 6 tons of fuel. Change the 146 Fokker 7100 both ran a 3.2 or 2.3 configuration. Most of operators an Australian configuration. Very interesting. And the 717, cool. Umar, hope you're doing well. Hi, Captain 1220 Beta is out. Would you give it a try after landing? I won't have time today, but generally speaking, I don't try betas. I don't try beta X-Plane. I don't try beta Microsoft Flight Sim because it's just too much hassle, untested problems, bugs. I'd rather have a better show, let's say, or stream with less issues as opposed to doing it there. Jenny says cockpit exterior looks shiny. That is unrealistic. Cockpit exterior. So you sort of mean around here. Yeah, I think that's probably a little bit smidge glossy, but it's not to the point where it detracts from the experience. And says, fun fact, 146 could run a 3-3 cabin and did regularly. It was a very wide fuselage. Yeah, it does look fat, doesn't it? As opposed to this thing, which is thin. Now, approaching 1 to go, doing around 1500 feet per minute. There's no traffic above us, we'll just monitor that rate of climb. Now, do you have to arm the cruise level in the MD80? Because it said something about pulling this, or does it automatically capture? Oh, wait, no, hold on. I've set 3-4, it should be 3-3. There we are. To go. I'll just monitor the level off. Oh, I've set cruise on the EPR, don't we yet? Oh! Nice up tailwind as well. Caucasus radar is online, not sure if you're in their coverage. Let's have a look. No. Quite a while. No, I'm a little bit too far south. There you go. Okie dokie, there we are. So 330, we can select cruise. And now we're maintaining speed. What's our target? Mach number? Decimal 759, which is accelerating to now. Awesome. Alamar says Caucasus radar is active on 1360. Is that covering my area though? Oh really? I've not had any VATSIM ding dongs, so I'll wait until someone ding dongs me. Nothing on my radar anyway. Right, anyway, look, top of descent's only 80 miles away. So let's start setting up for the approach. We can actually get the ATIS. See what's what. As we have no ATC online at the moment, we can get it via voice. There's the ATIS at Baku.
Temperature 2.10 QNH 1009. No significant changes. Acknowledge ATIS information alpha.
Information alpha.
Information alpha. 1530. Zulu expect ILS approach runway 34, departure runway 35. Transition level 110, departure frequency 120.800. Weather, wind 320 degrees 16 knots. Cab okay.
Lovely day. Oh, there's a ding dong.
10 QNH 1009. No significant changes. Acknowledge ATIS information alpha.
Good, we just copied information alpha and we'll check it.
007, Captain Radar, good evening, 6 o'clock, 6302, and continue descent, altitude 7,000 feet, QNH 1011.
So we can expect runway 34.
007, squawk 6.
Which is the most westerly runway there.
2, continue descent, 7,000 feet.
We'll set up for that approach.
Scout 6 to get to Fox, Istanbul 07.
Check in a second, I'm just selecting the correct SID. So 2 Foxtrot. Just on Navigraph here.
Continue descending, Istanbul 07.
Perfect, got it. How on earth do I pronounce this place? Caucus Centre.
Advance 6111. Contact Baku approach 120 display.
What if they've heard of Alpaca? Caucus Centre, hello, it's Alpaca 8 Mike Delta, flight level 330, rerouting to Intev.
About 8 Mike Delta,
Yes.
Captain Sweden, good evening. 6 o'clock 6303, maintain, Battle 330.
Squawk 6303, maintaining 330, Alpaca 8 Mike Delta. 6303. I like that transport, it's cool. Right, there we are. We've logged on and we best start setting up for this approach.
The set of 8 Mike Delta, identified, expect Baku runway 34, via Insan 2 Foxtrot arrival, Alice approach.
Expecting ILS 34 via the Insan 2 Foxtrot Alpaca 8 Mike Delta. I think he went Victor Charlie Papa. No! We've got to spread the word. Right, let's start setting up for the approach, guys. So, we've got here Insan. There we are, flight level 131, that's fine. I want to be nice and low early, and then we're going to be level. It's like a lot of airports in Europe, you have these point merge arrivals. So look, we maintain 7,000 feet and fly the point merge sort of arc at 7,000 feet at 210 knots, and then they just peel us in towards Gobus once we're cleared for the approach. So essentially we're just going to get VNAV to get us at 7,000 at Gobus, which is all coded in the FMC. 601, sorry, 7,000 all the way down, Gobus at 2,000 or above. So that's all fine. Straight onto the ILS. There we are, Gobus is 9.4 DME. We'll set the Baku VOR 15.0. Oh no, I can only tune the ILS, can't I? Just only 2 frequencies. So 1117, we'll go straight to the ILS. And what I might do, just remembering it's 1117, but just put the Baku VOR here. Remind me if I forget to change over to the ILS. The reason is I just want to have DME information. Donna Osina, cheers buddy, 5 years now as a member. Amazing, thank you very much. 60 months, 8757 streams on the horizon. Thank you very much buddy, not only for your time as a member for that entire period of time, but also the huge amount of time you spend helping me moderate and run the channel, so I really appreciate it buddy. 757, I wait patiently for Flight Factor to update theirs for Explain 12, hopefully soon. And once that's done, I'll jump straight in, buddy. Thank you very much. Right. Just going to turn VOR. There you are. Turn now that's so frequencies, courses set. The runway is actually slightly below sea level. The minimums for the Cat 1 ILS is 182 feet. Look, it's actually below sea level there. It's really interesting. But the I think to get the call outs you have to base it off the radio altimeter. So what I'll do, I'll just set that to 200 feet, which is set. So it's a really straight-in approach, guys. A straightforward approach. Frequency courses, minimums, MSA, no terrain issues. 2,600 to the west. Missed approach, climb 341 to 2,000 feet. And when we get 10.3 from the Baku VOR, make a right turn to Bravo 615, climbing to 4,000 feet. There it is, 4,615. We enter a hold there. Excellent. So landing on runway 34. It's a super long runway, but I want to vacate here. Look, otherwise I'm going to have to do a 180 backtrack. That distance is probably around 2,500-ish thousand meters. So let's look at the landing performance calculator. So 4,000 meters, runway 34, flat 28, optimum brake setting. Let's go for auto brake medium, reverse credit yes, VRF plus 9. Oh cool, half headwind plus gust. Let's do that. Calculate. Oh yeah, factor distance 2343, and that was the auto brake medium, 59 tons. Great. Unfortunately though, because it's an MD80, you can only select auto brake medium after you've dropped the landing gear. I think I can select medium, but then I have to arm it, yeah, after the gear's down. Brilliant. There we go. We've covered everything, including lateral, vertical navigation and landing performance. Alrighty. We can zoom on here. In reality, obviously, my operator would make detailed briefing documentation. You've always got the general briefs here if you wanted to get more information about the airport. Overview here of the geography, weather, you know, predicted weather for the time of year, and then they've got all of the aerodrome briefing information here. So noise abatement, LVPs, ground radar, taxi procedures, parking information, arrivals. So really for us, nothing here to expect it. Expect runway 35 landing to vacate at Lima, which is the only one really. There you go. It is Lima there, isn't it? Yes. So basically land there and please vacate there. Cool. Dynamo isn't it yet, but oh yeah, we've got the 757 by Bluebird as well. I'll have to wait until that comes out. I don't think that's going to be any time soon. Lab can't wait for the new cockpits in the Flight Factor 75 and 76 yet. I think they're working hard on getting those aircraft. I don't think up to the speed of the 777, but at least better. Oh yeah, we need to select landing performance here. Take off index approach. There we are. Now, if I select that, does it update the? How do I get the bugs, Edo, to update here on the airspeed indicator? Do I have to double click? Oh, well, I put the wing correction in. We said it would be 9, didn't we? How do I get the bugs to update? Thanks for subscribing there, Evan. Welcome on board. Put 5 knots wind, but it was 9. Make a right turn to Penop. Let's just do a quick time and fuel check here. Actually, at Lucille.
On final established is going to be 21 left.
25 minutes, 29, bit late turning on that SID, so we might have slightly less fuel than planned. 4529, actually got 53, so we burnt a little bit of extra fuel. 2453 on the fuel used. If we press, where's the fuel used button? There it is. Is that button? That's fuel flow, isn't it? Oh, I think I've accidentally reset the fuel flow. Oh, I've got plenty of fuel. And put 5 knots and execute. Execute. Oh, there we go. I did that earlier, didn't I? Or did I forget? Oh, I've just passed my top of descent point because I'm too busy nanting. Alpaca 8 Mike Delta, request descent.
Shuttle 8 Mike Delta, flight level 190.
So flight level 190, Alpaca 8 Mike Delta. So it's already descending in VNAV. Now, does it do a dirty and dive for the path, or does it maintain speed? FMS Mac. It's pitching for a Mac number. Okay, that's fine. Down we go, ladies and gentlemen. So, 7-1. Oh, it's now on path. When did that happen? Well, what I can do is use vertical speed and basically plant the path on it. So I'm quite curious. This is where my lack of knowledge differs from my aircraft. So it's pitching for... Is it pitching for VNAV path? It's bang on path now. Is there a way of seeing sort of the target VS and things like that? Probably this 2483, which is what we're doing roughly. And the order throttle's just maintaining speed. Alright, I'll leave it path for now. Ballet says, anyone doing a study level Ilyushin 62? Brilliant. I doubt that. Well, great to jump back into the MD80 again. It's been such a long time since we've flown this tank. Oh, saying flight level 300. And what we got in the checklist? So we did all this, check the frequencies, minimums, speeds, auto brake. Yeah, that's all done. So descent, transponder to below, EPR goes to climb, engine sync could be turned off, and then by 18,000 feet we'll do the next steps. Cool. Guys, you just tuned in, welcome aboard. We just started our descent into Baku, Azerbaijan in the Rotate MD80 Pro for X-Plane 12. And that's the beautiful scenery we're missing, because we're too busy inside. Big Person says, would you happen to know if the real PFD and ND from this area, 737 Classics, have smooth FPS as we see here? Differences between CRT and LCD? I think they're pretty smooth on the CRT screens. Scenery's fantastic. Some big maps. Oops, just put the static air to alternate. Interesting. So this is going to put me 190 just here at Gopher, which is fine. Total distance is going to be 118, but that's the full arrival point merge, which I don't anticipate doing. Edo says, show the gear flaps speeds placard. Is that here? Yes, these are incredible. So you can go flap 11 at 280 knots. That's insane. Is that what you referred to, I think? RTC Mahal said, wish I had the physical checklist like the one for 2004. Oh, which one was that? I love this checklist though. X checklist is such a fantastic utility for X-Plane. I wish there was something like this in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm going to put my nose on the window. Beautiful. Do a little flyby. Joe says, are you using Ortho pre-downloaded? This is always I always use pre-downloaded Ortho Jill Corpus on a stream-by-stream basis. This is Zoom level 15, which I always use en route. RTC said Flight 1 had the checklist with the sliders under throttles for takeoff and landings. Really cool feature 20 years ago. Oh, cool. So now it's just sort of doing around 2,000 feet per minute, commanding about 270-ish knots. Valley, I haven't flown the Leonardo for a long time. Oh, I'm loving this Rotate MD80. The Leonardo one is good though. Look, horses for courses. Depends on which simulator you have, but I think they're both excellent. This though, I think everything runs very smoothly, and look, you can see as the thrust is changing. I love the fluidity of the gauges. So good. What's the Leonardo MD80 based off? Is it? I don't know much about these aircraft. What's an updated avionics version of this aircraft? Or are they all like this? Old. Alpaca 8 Mike Delta requests further descent.
With the Papa contact Baku approach 120.8.
122.8 Alpaca 8 by Delta. Bye. Isn't that Unicorn?
Right.
120.8. There we are. Levelling off at 190. It's going to put me a little bit high, but we'll check in with approach. Back here approach. Hello, it's Alpaca 8 by Delta. We've just levelled off at flight level 190 inbound to Insan for the Insan 2 Foxtrot runway 34. Alpaca Victor Charlie Papa 8 Mike Delta. No!
My Delta, Baku approach, repeat, identified, continuous and 2000 feet, QNH 1009er. Report information on board and accept shortcut to Bluetooth.
So now to 2,000 feet, QNH 1019. We have information Alpha, and we expect shortcut for ILS34, Alpaca 8 Delta. So,
Alpaca 8 Delta, and monitor US information 126 decimal 8, and confirm 81, correction, confirm QNH 1009er.
sorry, information Alpha, and yes, QNH 1009 at Alpaca 8 Delta. I did copy that. It's the actual time I did actually get the 80s. So 2,000 feet set, QNH 1009. So now it's really bugging FMS idle. So I think because we're a bit high on path, it's closed the thrust levers. Just want to keep an eye on that speed. But this is showing on path. So 2,000 feet set, QNH 1009, passing 16,400 for 2,000. Seatbelts on and standby set. Alrighty, so this is going to be putting me at 2,000 feet really early. I don't want to be in VNAV. I'm not too sure about this VNAV right now. So right now it's putting me 2,000 feet at 609. That's really early. So I'm gonna change things around here a bit. I'm gonna go vertical speed, 2,000 feet, and I'm gonna reduce speed to 250 knots. So am I right now in thinking the aircraft is going to pitch for 2,000 feet? The auto throttle's in low limit because it's closed the thrust levers and it's keeping enough thrust for bleed demand, but now will maintain 250 knots when I get there. It is a slippy place. Yeah, well, it's super clean, isn't it? But I wasn't sure. I'm just sort of using the green banana to sort of aid my descent, but he said expect a shortcut. So I think about 2,000 feet here is looking good. I'll use the parasitic drag to slow to 250 automatically. We should be okay. Well, it would if you engage the speed. How do I engage the speed? Do I need to push that? No, it's good, isn't it? When it gets to 250, it will... Oh no. It will add thrust, won't it, when it gets to 250 AJ39? I'm thinking. We'll soon find out. Oh, it's set. Yes, good. Yes, it's set. It's set. Slowing down from 280 now. Beautiful day here in Azerbaijan, Baku. I mean, it's not a great view outside from the cockpit in this thing.
Load 1434, requesting taxi to holding point and the spike.
We might need to use a little bit of this speed brake here. Oh yeah, it's all backwards, great. Oh no, I need to reverse the controls. So I'll reduce the vertical speed a little further. Oh no, I've messed up the speed brake now. It's all reversed on my controls. Now how do I get it to do level change 2000? So now it's going to add some thrust now, isn't it, to maintain 250, he says. Level change, I made a note somewhere. What is it to do? Pull something, there we are. Something went idle. No, see, it's reducing below 250 now. Why doesn't the auto throttle maintain the speed? Oh, it is speed 250. There we are. Yes. You pull the altitude knob for level change. Roger. So approaching Bravo Bravo 611. And then we'll continue on the arrival. I've got to be level at 7,000 feet, don't forget at the next waypoint. Right, I better tune the ILS now. Trump 17. Oh, I'm definitely going to need speed brake because I'm going a bit too fast as well. So 210 knots. I'm going to be at 7,000 feet at the next waypoint. Dive and slow down. It's quite a good speed brake actually. You can see it deployed on the wing there. Oh, there's an aircraft carrier down there. There's a helicopter, that's cool. Right, just a little high on that restriction. And a little bit fast. Hopefully the controller won't notice.
Line up runway 35,
Sort of forcing it down to 7,000 feet, 210 knots. Well, we're not too far off the restriction. Oops, we'll just hope it didn't notice. Gear down, not quite. One to go. We'll just bleed the speed off in the turn. There we are. Alpaca 8 Mike Delta. Sorry, did you want me to continue on the point RNAV merge or can we now route direct to Gobus? Clear direct Gobus, cleared ILS 34 Alpaca 8 Mike Delta, thank you. You might have said it earlier, it's a lot of information. So Gobus, off the point merge. Ah! Oh, it's the direct 2 button, isn't it? Round we go. Great. So now, oh, I could stow the speed brake. I've got thrust and speed on here. That's never good. Post cruise checks. So I'm busy now. So maintain 200 knots. That's the maximum speed. Now, if I pull this, no, it's still in vertical speed. What have I done? Oh, wind shear. Lovely. All right, we'll just do VS now. Right, best do the. Oh, I've got to concentrate because a lot happened passing 10,000. So hydraulic pumps now, both on high. Aux transfer on. Seatbelts already on. Altimeter's QNH set. Nav aid set. There we are. Approach checklist next. Yeah, I think it's got some sort of speed protection. It's doing a really lazy turn again because I'm slow speed. Ice Mac near vertical speed button. I'm alright in VS now though. To be fair. Okay. Yes, 200 knots, so I think angler bank limit. Yeah, I've checked that already, it's 30 degrees, but we noticed on the... Oh no, that one's actually set. That's not making any difference on LNAV anyway. It's now set to 30. But you can see it's sort of overshot my plan track. Just redraw it, there we go. Okay, so Bravo 600, I want to intercept the ILS at 2,000 feet, so that's what I'm aiming to do. I'm just going to use VS to finesse. Cool. Alright, straight in Gobus. So the thrust lever's around idle, so that's why it keeps clicking, I think. Alright, approach checklist. So ignition is probably do this a bit later, but we'll put them to both. And then we'll start extending the slats on schedule. DME 20 miles. Again, I want to put that green banana around 600 to intercept the ILS beautifully. How am I doing? I'm quite happy with my MD80 at the moment. How do you work out what the up speed is though? I'm at 200 knots. I'm a bit below the up speed or the clean speed. I should probably have some slats or flaps out. But how do I find out what that speed is in the MD80? So 18 miles away. Why have I not picked up the localizer or glide slope? 1117's tuned. So that is the ILS frequency. and the course is 341. Sometimes X-Plane is really late picking up ILS. You would 100% have the ident now, and localizer and glide slope deviation. Oh God, there we are.
Baku подход, право, Джуль 264. Нет, я разделюсь внизу по фюзеляжу ему, поэтому я не смогу там проехать.
Alright. So 16 miles, don't want to start reducing just yet. Just don't slam it harder than MJ. So that Michael Jackson reference. 2 tons, it varies, depends on how it's coded and explained for ILS table, sometimes as short as 15 miles. Let's see what happens at 15 miles.
130,
So there's 15, still nothing. I'm going to start reducing speed now. So slaps. I'm going to bug about 180. We're going to pick it up soon, 14 miles away. So I've extended flaps to 11. I'm not going to use the dialer flap, don't need to. There it is. Oh! Localizer and glide slope approaching goes. That was late. So I'll try and do some sort of CDA. And there's 180 knots. Michael Jordan? Oh, I don't know. Oh, sorry. EPR on go around mode, thank you. So in the event of go around, I'll push target, it's 20 degrees altitude. EPR go around flaps to 15. Okay, approaching Gober's cleared ILS, so I'll select ILS, it's now armed. Can be a bit low, but that's fine. Come on, auto throttle, should it be doing 180? Okay, glide slope's alive. Approaching Gober's, the localizer's coming up as well. Hopefully there's a runway there. Have I flown through the localizer? No, that's a different airport, I think. Looking on my charts. Yeah, there's ILS 34, it's there. That's the other runway. Where are we going? Why are we turning right? Lock capture. So you should never turn right to capture, then should go left. Thank you, Douglas, for the reminder. I do not have that binding, so I'm... There we are, now it's turning. So it's just approach online. So next thing will be glide slope capture, localizer track. Gonna reduce speed now to 160. Take another natural flaps. Okay, glide slope captured. Glide slope track, I guess. Missed approach 4,000 feet set. Speed is slowly reducing. There, I've just gone to flaps. Oh, I've gone to full flaps. I should probably drop the gear first. Right, gear down, full flaps. A bit early. Flap 28, remember I want.
2500.
Hello Betty, 146 knots. So that's 0 plus 5. What was that I just saw up here? Ignition, rudder travel unrestricted. I think it's to do with the configuration. Oh, there's the radio altitude. Okay, so now I've got the gear down. Okay, let's run the checklist. So slats we have in position, flaps 28. Spoilers armed, missed approach set, flaps 28, auto brake set, there we are. Landing checklist complete. I've configured really early because I got scared, guys. Alpaca 8 byte deltas fully established, ILS 34. Continue approach, Alpaca 8 byte delta. Landing on the left, looking at the right. Yes, not landing here, but I was looking at the wrong runway. We've got a crab wind. Look at this, 30 knots. My ground speed is going to be super low. Didn't hear the wind, but never mind. Way 3-4, cleared to land. Alpaca 8, my delta. Right, this is going to be fun. This is going to be a really strong crosswind. hopefully... Oh, I don't know what the actual wind that he reported. I'm having a look here. It's 33018. Okay, so slight... Oh, if anything, the wind's going to swing round and not be a crosswind. Right, put your landing rate guesses in. Fully cleared to land. Best have a go doing this myself. Oh, none of this is mapped correctly. Auto throttle's off. No, neither was the autopilot mapped. I didn't check any of this. Autopilot's off, auto throttle's off. I'll zoom in a bit. So it's all lovely and trim, so I haven't had to make any inputs really. So the flight directors I'm following, you've got this speed trend here, fast and slow on the PFD, which is really useful to judge the speed. I don't know what the relationship is with the engines there with thrust. If I change thrust, what does the nose want to do? Check. Speed's very nice. Gotta configure it early. So much fuel burn. Probably meant to cancel those warnings, the blinking lights. Don't know how. Okay, speed, thrust is good. Heading bug. Oh yes. Oh, that's triggering me now. There you go. Is that better? Now I'm gonna reset my view. Oh, now a bit high. Right, left of centre line. Flies really nicely.
500.
Checked.
400.
Okay, speed's good. Keep descending.
300.
Approaching minimums. Keep descending. Where's the minimum score? Oh well. Visual.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
This is going to be beautiful. Right, speed brakes up, reverses. Oh, watch the nose wheel though. I can just tell. I can tell. Oh, manual braking. 80 knots. I just could tell it was going to be about 60 knots. Oh, cancel reverse. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Baku. I just knew. I knew when I initiated that flare it was just going to be what we needed. Can't teach it. Subscribe for all your MD80 needs. Oh, what an add-on. Loved it. Didn't know, I checked a bit high. There's Leo anyway. Look at the textures in the sun now. It's beautiful. There we are. Down to taxi speed for the first turn here. Great. Absolutely superb. Right, flaps coming up. All my commands are reversed. Spoilers deployed. Disarmed. Well, where's my taxi line gone? Oh, it's a bit of a weird taxi line. Okay. What's that light mean? I don't know. I didn't have that earlier. Right, retract the lights. Nose lights to dim. This light could go to position strobe. Oh, it's on both, it stays on, I think. And these lights can stay off as well. The Alpaca 8 by Delta. Vacated runway 34 on taxiway Lima.
Alpaca 8 by Delta.
By Lima. Sorry, could you just say the rest, please? Alpaca 8 by Delta. I can't speak that language. Having stalled, thank you. I just had to mute you there because I can't. Oh, I think my aircraft lost power or something there as well. Well, I'm just going to carry on going via Lima and see what happens. Alpha 20 via Lima Juliet and Mike to confirm.
November 2.
Lima Juliet, November 2, and that'll be for stand Alpha 20. Thank you, Alpaca 8 Mike Delta. Oh dear me. Sorry, I had is that Russian? I think speaking to me. I've got gifted members coming in. I've muted half of them. There are 1 from Having Storm, 5 from Simbear, and I've completely silenced it. So my goodness, thank you very much. Let me just make sure I make go the right way first. Lima, Juliet, and then I'll say thank you and welcome to all the new members. Let me just make a left here, and I'll carry on the rest of the taxi flow imminently. Where do I start? Firstly, Having Store, thank you very much for your gifted member. That went to I'm trying to find on the list. Dennis Jackson, welcome on board as a member. You've been participating in a lot of streams, so you can now join the members only Discord and join the customers in chat. Simbear once again incredibly generous. 5 gifted members. We've got Stefan Miller, that's an old subscriber and member I believe. Daniel Folkberg, Mike Delta 11, Dave Cat 4058 and Doug Johnson all joining as members. On behalf of Simbear, thank you very much for your generosity guys. Most kind, thank you. Follow the instructions in chat on how to join the Discord. HD Sim, nice butter. Thank you. It was a beautiful landing. Corner says this is why they don't let you run a live stream whilst flying a real plane. Yes, yes. Jay Switch again, very generous once again, even though I didn't get your first check code. Thank you very much for the $5, buddy. We got to say now.
Yellow light for a butter, must buy white's unfamiliar.
Yellow light for a butter, must be white's unfamiliar. Is that the colour of the calculator? I don't know, but thank you very much once again for your generosity, sir. Cheers! Right, Jay, thank you. Get some sleep. Was it 2 o'clock in the morning, you said? Right, there's November 2, stand Alpha 20. There we are. It's literally, oh wow, first right then left, and it's a remote stand. We'll take it. Right, I need to start the APU as well. What do you think of the add-on, guys? I've not flown the Rotate MD80 for such a long time. 4 years. This is the first time we've flown their X-Plane 12 version. It's a significant improvement, and it works beautifully in X-Plane. Right, anyway, let's do a bit of a clean-up here. So ignition to off, flaps and spoilers are up, transponder needs to be in transponder. There we are. Pneumatic valves. Oh, I need to look where I'm going. Yeah, turning right here. Oh gosh, where's these pneumatic valves? Come on, Jim, do some work. Oh, that way. I need to turn. There we are, Alpha 20. There, oh, there's the marshaller. Perfect. Auto brake off and disarmed. That's down here. Perfect. And we'll take the left. There's the marshaller. Position strobe lights to on apparently. There we are. Weather radar and IVSI off. Fly directors can come off. I'm trying to do my taxi inflow and follow the taxi instructions. Meter selector heat switch knob to off. APU started. Turning on stand nose light off. Look at this. Doing everything as per SOP. Hold on, I'm not very happy with my taxi instructions. Also, I'd refuse to taxi onto stand with that stair there, but you know, desktop simulators and all. Oh, get ready to stop. There we are, parked. Brilliant. Right, parking brake sets, APU on the bus, and we can now shut down engine number 1 and 2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Azerbaijan, welcome to Baku. Beautiful. There's the marshaller. Looks like it flew nice, Captain. Flew beautifully, Stefan Miller. Very, very nice indeed. Okay, the engine's spooling down. Beautiful. Right, what else do I need to do here? Let's do the parking checklist. I won't do the full-blown checklist for shutdown because I want to do some replays. So APU bleed on. Left and right air supply switches to off. Hydraulic pumps both off. Which is over here. Aux and transfer pumps off. Windshield anti-fog off. And anti-ice is off. Fuel tank switches except aft right. Okay. That'll be for the APU. Anti-collision light can come off now as well, which is over here, stupidly. And we can close new sky. Transponder 2000 standby. And then we'll call that the transit checklist complete. 2000 standby. I love this flight. So many great aircraft. We won't do the full shutdown checklist, but there we are. There's that incredibly loud APU, and there's another Alpaca Airways landing here, taking over Baku. Dennis says the new X-Plane Beta is a huge improvement graphics-wise. It dialed down the bloom that you can see on the stream, which is nice. Yeah, I think when you're in the cockpit, it does look very bright, and we can't enjoy that beautiful scenery outside. Two-Ton says Edo may be biased in his opinion regarding the Mad Dog. Yes, excellent, and his feedback's been very useful in remembering how to fly this aircraft as well. James said almost one other side of the continent. Okay, that's it. But thanks again for your 2 donations, very kind today. Awesome. Well, there we are. Well, once again, what's your wingtip, sir? Yeah, he's fired. Plenty of clearance. Once again, massive thank you to Rotate for sending out their MD80. It's great fun to fly against today. I won't leave it 4 years until we fly this add-on. And you can find the information about the aircraft online easy enough. Type in Rotate MD80. It's available, I think, on the X-Plane.org store as well. But don't forget, I had the Mango Studio sound pack. The default sounds are alright, but you've really got to utilise the sound pack with this add-on. And thank you very much for Mango Studios for sending out that as well, because the sounds were epic today. But yeah, it's a really good example of the MD80. And I actually only downloaded and did a test sector yesterday. It soon came back to me. Yes, it's a bit archaic, but if you use something like that X checklist, you can soon be whipping around nicely from A to B. And the FMS is very similar to the Boeing FMS, so if you're familiar with that, you should be able to jump straight in as well. V Sky Check says, thanks for streaming, excellent. I learned something today. Thanks, most welcome, and thank you very much for your continued support as well, buddy. Right, anyway, we'll take this opportunity to log off of Vatsim. Thanks for the ATC here. There was an event here. Not a huge amount of traffic. We sort of got straight in, but nice to go to a different part of the world as usual. Right, what we'll do is turn off Fly Live here. Oh no, one thing I haven't checked is my New Sky score. So let's see how we did today, because that was a buttery landing, so I think we know what the score is going to be. It's a perfect 10, and we made $9,600. God, this thing burns a lot of fuel, doesn't it? But there was our sector from Georgia, Tbilisi to Baku in Azerbaijan. Different part of the world for a change. Very short cruise. Very nice. A test sector where you didn't test half the things, very effective. Yes, I don't know what happened to my control bindings, because they were all set up and working. I did use my joystick, and I think I probably haven't selected the MD80 one or something, which I didn't check before the stream, but we got it down working all correctly, and the button landing is the most important thing. Right then, let's have a look at this replay and see how good it looks. Just turn that music down here. There we are. Oh, hang in there, X-Plane. Don't care that it's all off, as long as it's all working from the outside. That's the most important thing. Yes! It's a lovely day. I mean, it was quite windy, but it was pretty much down the runway. Let's have a look at that landing from here. Crank up those sounds slightly. Loud. Oh, I didn't really decrab. I landed with crab, but never mind. Decrabbed after touchdown. Superb. Look at those buckets. Oh, there's the nose wheel gripping. Maybe a little bit of rudder to decrab, but we don't mind. Let's have a look from this angle. Beautiful. Oh, there's the buckets. Oh, I don't like the nose wheel turning though during the derotation. Oof. Listen to that bass. Yeah, a little hard on the nose wheel. Thanks, quarter page. It was a little bit. Didn't really land the nose wheel, to be fair. Oh gosh, there's the tower view. It's a horrific view. Oh. It's not the best, but great to land on, isn't it? Wings are so far back, aren't they, as well? Of course, the touchdown was right where the pillar was. 'Tis life. Right, we've got to do that view for landing. It's iconic. Cool, that's loud. Just turn that down a smidge. Ah, there we are. Beautiful. Look at those buckets, bucket emoji, brilliant. There we go, perfect. Well, once again, thanks for tuning in. And again, thanks to Rotate for sending their MD80 Pro. And Mango Studios for sending out the sound pack as well. Great fun. Hope you enjoyed the stream as well. Remember, I don't fly this aeroplane, but I hope I did it some justice. And if you want to fly the Rotate MD80, all the information is available in the Explain.org store about getting this fantastic add-on. Thanks to the controllers providing ATC for today's sector. And once again, thank you very much to everyone's generosity today. Most generous and never ever needed, but thank you nonetheless. Who have got to say thanks to? James French, a couple of donations, Simbear, Having Store gifted members as well, Sasha, thank you very much indeed, and Tom Rissinger as well. I really appreciate your generosity. Guys, enjoy the upcoming weekend, and if you haven't seen it already, check out my new tutorial on dual engine failures in the Boeing 737. Anyway, take care guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on another live stream very soon. Bye!